Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes is a welcome one for the movie business, but there's a little certainty in the forthcoming summer. So far, the year is 21% down from last year's mid-May total. Actor Steve Buscemi's okay after he was punched in the face by a man on a New York City street. The 66-year-old star of Fargo and Boardwalk Empire was assaulted late Wednesday morning in Manhattan and taken to a nearby hospital with bruising, swelling, and bleeding to his left eye. A statement Sunday from his publicist said he's okay and appreciates everyone's well wishes. The New York Police Department put out a nameless statement on the assault Wednesday. Buscemi's representatives confirmed Sunday that the unidentified assault victim in the police statement was the actor. The department said there were no arrests and the investigation was continuing. Reach out to me anytime across the board on social media at Matt Ray Talk. You're listening to America's First News.
Breaking news first, America's
First, they said cigarettes were safe. We know how that turned out. Now, they say they didn't market e-cigarettes to teens? Fact, more than 1 in 4 high school students are vaping, and 80% say their first e-cigarette was flavored. Vaping is harmful to developing brains. The reason we think vaping is safe? Marketing. Same lies, different day. Tell Big Vape to quit lying.
We are strong, we are resilient, and we will get through this together. But these are stressful times, and it's important to also practice good self-care. It's normal to feel overwhelmed, anxious, or afraid, but there is hope. Reach out to someone, connect with your friends, stay in touch with your community, and know that you are not alone. Learn more at wearebroadcasters.com/hope, furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
News Talk 1560 AM, 94.1 FM, KTUI, Sullivan. It's 6 o'clock. Good morning. This is KTUI Radio, beginning a new day of broadcasting. KTUI is owned and operated by Merrimack Area Broadcasting, LLC of Sullivan, Missouri. Broadcast facilities are located at 900 Elmont Road in Sullivan. KTUI is authorized by the Federal Communications Commission to operate on an assigned frequency of 1560 kilohertz on the AM band and K231CP, an FM translator frequency of 94.1 megahertz. The assigned power for KTUI AM is 1,000 watts, and the power for the FM translator is 250 watts. We invite you to tune in daily to AM 1560 or 94.1 FM for the latest news, weather, and information. And now the U.S. Coast Guard Band with our national anthem.
This is By the Way. Yesterday marked the 245th anniversary of the Treaty of Paris. Signed in Paris, France, it officially ended the Revolutionary War. While we recognize 1776 as the birth date for the United States, the treaty between the American colonies and Great Britain was ratified 8 years later. The preface to the treaty states, "It is in the name of the most holy and undivided Trinity, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit," and that the treaty intends for both parties to forget all past misunderstandings and differences and secure to both perpetual peace and harmony. Significant is the reference to God, for He indeed can help people seek peace and harmony. This is By the Way.
Good morning to you. It is 3 minutes past the hour of 6 o'clock on a Monday morning. It's, 66 degrees here at the studios of KTUI. And Sullivan Regional Airport, they're saying 63 degrees. Let's check in with our weather forecast.
From the KTUI WeatherBug Weather Center for this morning, a cloudy sky, cloud showers and in spots a thunderstorm today, the high 70. Clouds, widespread showers and isolated thunderstorms tonight and Tuesday, low tonight 58. Tuesday's high 70. Straight thunderstorm Tuesday evening, clearing overnight, the low 54. Wednesday will be a mostly sunny day, high 74. Thursday, mixed clouds and sun with scattered showers and thunderstorms, a high 76. For KTUI, I'm meteorologist Jim Rinaldi.
All right, thank you, Jim Rinaldi. It's 4 minutes now past 6 o'clock. Sunrise was at 5:55 this morning. Pretty good cloud cover out there, it looks like, so may not see the sun for a little bit yet, but sunset's scheduled for 8:07 this evening, and the day length will be 14 hours and 11 minutes. All right, this is the 13th day of May, and on that day in 2018, we had our record high of 91 degrees, 1882. The low high for this day was 48 degrees, 1971. We had a record low of 40 degrees, and in 1886, the high-low was 73 degrees. All right, let's see, what else do I have here for you? Coming up at 8:30 this morning, Maggie Cimaroli will be my guest. She had something going on her normal day, so we moved her to today. She's the St. Louis District Dairy Council nutritionist and educator, and so that'll be at 8:30 this morning. And then something new, Jeremy Statina. He is the chief of the North Crawford County Ambulance District, and he's going to be my guest at 9:10 this morning. And then let's see the birthdays that I have today. Nathan Pinter and Sherry Martin. So happy birthday to the two of them. Then sad news, our street commissioner from the city of Sullivan, I don't have really any details, but I heard that he died yesterday. It was a tree cutting accident from what I understand, but like I say, today would have been his, I think, 44th birthday, and he was a friend of mine, super nice guy, and I was shocked to hear that yesterday. Also, many of you know Mike Bittner, who is usually in here on Wednesdays and Thursdays with me. His wife has been in the hospital for the last couple months, and she passed away Saturday morning, so our hearts are with his family and the Parker family as well. So I think Kathy's funeral will be Friday. I believe visitation is Thursday, and the funeral's Friday, and we'll, of course, pass along information on Billy's funeral when it becomes available. All right, let's see. Powerball. The winning numbers for Saturday were 3, 6, 39, 49, 67, and the Powerball 21. The power play was 2 times. Nobody won, so the next drawing is tonight. The estimated jackpot, $47 million, or you could opt for the $22 million in cash. And so I think that's what I've got for you here this morning. No, I should have a list of things you could celebrate today. Today is Cough Drop Day, Frog Jumping Day, International Hummus Day. It's Leprechaun Day, National Apple Pie Day. There you go. National Fruit Cocktail Day, National Women's Checkup Day, Top Gun Day, Tulip Day, World Cocktail Day, And then this is American Craft Beer Week. It's observed for 7 days, starting on the Monday before May 18th. This is also National Stationery Week in the United Kingdom. Okay. It's Food Allergy Awareness Week, National Hamburger Week, and National Women's Health Week. So there's all the things that you can celebrate. All right, 66 here, 63 at the airport. Here's news from the USA Radio Network. Stay tuned.
USA News, I'm Tim Berg. Israel's invasion of Rafah is the final step in completing its military campaign in Gaza against the terrorist group Hamas. House Foreign Affairs Committee Chairman Mike McCall tells ABC's This Week that Israel must be supported at this critical juncture.
And for us to step in and say, no, you can't go into Rafah and finish the job, I think is tantamount to an arms embargo.
The Texas Republican criticizing President Biden's threat not to supply Israel with offensive weapons if it decides to carry out a full-scale invasion of Rafah. This, as Vermont Democratic Senator Bernie Sanders tells NBC's Meet the Press he's a fan of the administration's actions regarding military aid being cut off to Israel.
Right now, what Netanyahu's right-wing, extremist, and racist government is doing is unprecedented in the modern history of warfare.
The IRS says time is running out for taxpayers who may be owed their share of an estimated $1 billion in refunds. Taxpayers who did not file their tax year 2020 returns may be eligible for a refund if they collect or file by May 17th, and there's no penalty for failure to file if a refund is due. Not included in the $1 billion estimate are the earned income tax credit, which could be worth as much as $6,600 for lower income workers with qualifying families, and the recovery rebate credit, which is a refundable credit for those who did not receive one or more stimulus checks sent out during 2020 and 2021. Former Trump lawyer Michael Cohen is set to testify Monday at the hush money trial. Donald Trump is accused of falsifying business records to hide a hush money payment that Cohen made to adult film actress Stormy Daniels ahead of the 2016 presidential election. This is USA News.
The inventor and CEO of MyPillow is always looking for ways to solve everyday problems. Have you ever picked up a towel set because it felt really soft in the store, but then when you go to use it, it's not very absorbent? It's basically a towel that's leaving you out to dry. That's why MyPillow has developed the MyPillow towels. Towels that work. I know, it's mind-blowing. Towels that actually dry you. The 6-piece towel set includes 2 bath towels, 2 hand towels, and 2 washcloths. They come in a variety of colors, and right now you can receive a 6-piece set for only $39.98 with promo code USA. Go to MyPillow.com right now and click on the radio listener special. MyPillow products come with a 10-year warranty, and they have a 60-day money-back guarantee. To receive this amazing offer on the 6-piece set of MyPillow towels, just go to MyPillow.com, click on the radio listener special, and enter promo code USA, or call 800-951-8175. That's MyPillow.com, promo code USA.
Illegal immigrants who escape border security officials, also known as gotaways, are entering America as the border crisis continues, with Border Patrol estimating 175,000 heading into the country in 2024. Speaking on Fox Business, Arizona Republican Senate candidate Kari Lake says former President Donald Trump's border policy must be restored.
For comparison, 8 to 9 a day. It started right when Joe Biden when he was sworn into office. And with President Trump, he would see 8 to 9 a year. That's how tight our border was under President Trump.
West Virginia Democratic Senator Joe Manchin announced last November he won't be running for re-election, putting Democrats' majority in the Senate at risk. The senator accuses both parties in Washington of moving too far to the extreme sides of the parties.
The parties have gone so extreme, Brian, and somehow we've got to bring the grand old party, make it grand again, and make the Democrat Party responsible again. And I think they both lost their ways, and they're just listening to their own chatter here in Washington. But none of this makes sense.
That audio courtesy of Fox's One Nation with Brian Kilmeade. Georgia police are continuing to investigate after 3 Atlanta police officers were shot over the weekend while struggling with a suspect who had a handgun. All 3 officers recovering from non-life-threatening injuries. For USA News, I'm Tim Berg.
Omaha Steaks Burger Perfection Flight, made from single cuts of real aged Omaha steaks, rewrites the book on burgers. Go to omahasteaks.com. Use promo code TREAT at checkout for an extra $20 off your order, plus free shipping when you order the $79.99 Burger Perfection Flight. A fantastic array of pure ground steak on a bun burger greatness. For $20 off the Burger Perfection Flight, use promo code TREAT at checkout at omahasteaks.com and discover your new burger obsession. Minimum order may be required.
You deserve extraordinary care close to home. From primary care to advanced specialties right here in Sullivan. And access to all that BJC Healthcare has to offer. We're here to provide the care you need. Missouri Baptist Sullivan Hospital and BJC Healthcare. Care that is comprehensive, coordinated, and completely about you. Learn more at MissouriBaptistSullivan.org.
Missouri Net News is brought to you by the Missouri Department of Health and Senior Services. If you suspect adult abuse, neglect, or exploitation, contact Adult Protective Services and report at health.mo.gov/abuse.
Missouri Net News, I'm Marshall Griffin. A proposal that's expected to die in the final week of the Missouri legislative session is one that's designed to prevent residents from being taxed out of their homes. Green Valley State Rep. Jeff Coleman's proposed ballot measure would not allow new property assessments or reassessments to exceed a change in the Consumer Price Index or 2%, whichever is less.
That's typically around the area that our seniors' Social Security gets a bump up every year.
Coleman blames the House Speaker and Senate President Pro Tem, both Republicans, for not prioritizing his resolution. But Coleman is optimistic that the next speaker will help him get the proposal on the right track. Democrats are bracing for a fight over attempts to change the initiative petition process. The proposal would require a simple majority plus a majority of votes cast from most of Missouri's U.S. House seats. Senate Minority Leader John Rizzo argues that the simple required majority has resulted in a lot of positive changes that would not have happened if the process was made harder.
You don't get Medicaid expansion. You don't get minimum wage increases. All of these things that the people want, you don't get. Medical, cannabis, recreational cannabis.
A judge has ruled in a lawsuit that pits Republicans against Republicans on the August primary ballot. Anthony Morbith reports.
According to News Nation in Joplin, the Vernon County Republican Committee sued the county clerk, Adrienne Lee, to prevent her from allowing certain candidates from appearing on the ballot as Republicans. The judge ruled that the 8 candidates cannot be listed as Republicans. Lee had a statutory duty to get a receipt from the Republican Committee before placing them on the ballot. Because the committee had refused to accept the fees, Lee is barred from listing them as Republicans in the upcoming primaries. The 8 candidates were rejected either because of their refusal to be part of the vetting process or that they were not deemed, quote, Republican enough.
This is Missouri Net.
Black vultures can be harmful to livestock operations across Missouri.
The range of black vultures have generally been in the southern part of the United States, but as their range has expanded into Missouri, the number of conflicts has been increasing over time.
Mitigation efforts are available through the USDA.
One of the main tools that we use is a black vulture effigy, and we have those on hand. If you have a pasture where you're calving, we can hang a couple of these up around the edges of the pastures, and that'll scare those birds off. We bring pyrotechnics and other tools to harass vultures off the site. Lasers can work very well. We also carry all the permits to do lethal removals if necessary. If you have a calf that was deceased and you don't know what caused it, or you suspect that it could have been a black vulture that killed that, we can come out on site and provide a necropsy free of charge. The funding for that work is provided through the Missouri State Legislature to the Department of Agriculture, no cost to the landowner.
Find out more at agriculture.mo.gov.
This is the Missouri Military Minute.
I'm Ashley Bird. 4-star Admiral James Stavridis, former NATO Supreme Allied Commander, was recently made a Churchill Fellow at Westminster College in Fulton. I asked him what he would say to Sir Winston if he could meet him.
I would ask him to opine on the importance of alliances. And in particular, I would quickly explain to him how NATO has evolved. He was present at the creation of NATO, and I think would be astounded and pleased to know that it's now expanded to 32 nations, yet it continues with its primary mission of deterring war. I'd love to talk to him about NATO.
Do you think NATO is stronger? Is it weaker, or just simply under threat?
NATO is certainly under threat from Vladimir Putin, but I think it is stronger than it has ever been.
Your 401k is likely one of your most important assets, but it's only one part of a comprehensive retirement strategy. Edward Jones can help you understand how your retirement assets fit into your entire retirement picture so you can work toward meeting your unique retirement goals. Contact me, Donnie Greenwald, your Sullivan Edward Jones financial advisor at number 10 First Community Plaza in Sullivan. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
If you or a loved one receive Medicaid benefits, we want to be your provider of choice. Compass Health Network can help with a variety of healthcare needs, including mental health, primary care, pediatrics, and dental services. We can also help if a family member is having a mental health crisis. Visit our website, compasshealthnetwork.org, to find a location in your area. You deserve the best care available, and we are here for you. Compass Health Network, 844-853-8937.
A 12-year-old girl has been reported missing in North St. Louis County. Ariana Jamerson was reported missing Friday after she left her home in the 5600 block of Eagle Valley Drive, which is near the Norwood Hills Country Club. Police said Ariana is 5'4", black hair, brown eyes, was last seen wearing a black hooded sweatshirt with butterflies on it and black leggings. Anyone with information on Ariana is asked to call 911 or the St. Louis County Police Department. A 17-year-old female has been arrested in a fatal shooting Saturday at a Metrolink station near Forest Park in the Skinker de Balavier neighborhood. The suspect's name was not released due to her age. St. Louis police on Sunday said she was transferred to a juvenile facility. The suspect's name was not released due to her age. St. Louis police yesterday said she was transferred to a juvenile facility in St. Louis County and is being detained on charges of second-degree murder and armed criminal action. Police attributed the arrest to the robust surveillance system used at Metrolink facilities. Initially, police said the female victim was shot in the head and was not conscious when emergency responders arrived at the scene. Police yesterday said the victim has sustained a gunshot wound to the chest. The victim, who has not been publicly identified, was later pronounced dead at a local hospital. The shooting happened at around 3:30 p.m. at the Metrolink train station in the 200 block of de Balavier Avenue near Forest Park, suspending service at some stations while police were investigating. A spokesperson for Bi-State Development said Metrolink services at the Forest Park, de Balavier, Central West End, Delmar Loop, and Skinker stations had resumed just before 6 p.m. The Missouri State Highway Patrol reported a fatal accident in Bates County on Saturday at 7:30 p.m. on West Missouri 52 east of the 149 southbound ramp. 23-year-old Isabella Altamare of Columbia was driving a 2016 Kia Rio southbound on the I-49 exit ramp, then stopped and turned eastbound onto Missouri 52. 36-year-old Nicholas T. Alkire of Butler was riding a 2006 Harley-Davidson, began skidding, and then struck the Kia Rio. The motorcycle rider was taken to Bates County Memorial Hospital, where he was pronounced deceased. The driver of the Kia had minor injuries. She refused medical treatment at the scene. A woman in Lincoln County died in an ATV accident. It happened Saturday at noon at 36 Walker Road. 67-year-old Rose M. Perry of Troy was riding a 2009 Yamaha ATV pulling a sprayer. The ATV overturned, ejecting the rider. 67-year-old Rose Perry of Troy was pronounced at the scene. There was an accident in Franklin County yesterday at 8:54 p.m. eastbound I-44 at the 232.4 mile marker. 32-year-old Harmeet Singh of Jamaica, New York, was driving a 2023 Peterbilt and struck the left rear of a 2014 Toyota Camry driven by 25-year-old Tyler J. Lesu of Springfield. The Lesu vehicle traveled off the right side of the roadway and struck a tree. Lesu had moderate injuries and was taken to Missouri Baptist Sullivan by St. Clair EMS. There was an accident Saturday at 5:50 p.m. in Franklin County at 6823 Highway O. 72-year-old Tommy M. Strayhorn of Catawissa was driving a 2015 Lexus CT200H, failed to stop at a stop sign, and struck the side of a 2001 Chevrolet Silverado driven by 49-year-old Gustavo Castro of Robertsville. 72-year-old Tommy M. Strayhorn of Catawissa had minor injuries. He was taken to Mercy Hospital in Washington by Merrimack EMS. There was an accident in Franklin County yesterday at 3:35 p.m. on eastbound Route T near Bassett Road. 58-year-old Patricia A. Lyons of St. Charles was riding a 2014 Harley-Davidson FLHXS, intentionally went off the right side of the roadway, made a U-turn onto eastbound Route T, lost control of the motorcycle traveling off the right side of the roadway. The motorcycle then slid down an embankment and rolled onto its right side. The motorcycle struck a downed tree limb, and the rider was ejected. 58-year-old Patricia Lyons of St. Charles had moderate injuries. She was taken to Mercy Hospital, St. Louis by Merrimack Ambulance. There was an accident in Washington County at 3:10 p.m. Saturday on Route T, a mile south of Route A. 18-year-old Annabelle R. Coleman of Sullivan was driving a 2010 Toyota Highlander, went off the right road edge, returned to the roadway and overcorrected. The Highlander then traveled off the left side of the road edge and struck an embankment. 18-year-old Annabelle R. Coleman of Sullivan had minor injuries. She was transported by private conveyance to Missouri Baptist Sullivan Hospital. And there was an accident Saturday at 2:10 p.m. in Franklin County on Pottery Road at Boland Lane. 19-year-old Gilberto Abreu de la Rosa of Union was driving a 2009 Chevrolet Silverado, traveled off the right side of Pottery Road, steered left. The vehicle then traveled off the left side of the roadway and overturned. The vehicle returned back onto the roadway and traveled off the right side of the roadway. A passenger in the vehicle, 23-year-old Anthony N. D'Onofrio of Union, had minor injuries. He was taken by Washington Ambulance to Mercy Hospital in Washington. The Highway Patrol made an arrest in St. Louis County yesterday at 5:10 p.m. 39-year-old Travis S. Meyer of Union, arrested on a patrol charge of driving while intoxicated. He was taken to SSM Health St. Clair Hospital and then released. At 4:29 p.m. yesterday in Franklin County, 32-year-old Brian K. Cowsert of Baldwin, arrested on Franklin County failure to register a vehicle. He was taken to the Franklin County Adult Detention Facility and was bondable. At 1:30 p.m. yesterday in Franklin County, 38-year-old Jason W. Huff of Waynesville, arrested on a state charge of possession of methamphetamine and Pulaski County failure to appear for trespassing second degree. He was taken to the Franklin County Adult Detention Facility and was bondable. Yesterday at 1:30 p.m. in Franklin County, 49-year-old John E. Thompson of Waynesville, arrested on a state charge of a non-compliant sex offender. He was taken to the Franklin County Adult Detention Facility and then released. Yesterday at 10:54 a.m. in Crawford County, 41-year-old Justin L. Dabbs of Cuba, arrested on a felony warrant, probation violation, no valid license. He was taken to the Crawford County Jail and held without bond. Yesterday at 5:12 a.m. in Franklin County, 21-year-old Michael R. Beard of St. Clair, arrested on a patrol charge of driving while intoxicated. He was taken to Mercy Hospital in Washington and then released. Yesterday at 12:10 a.m. in Jefferson County, 36-year-old Matthew C. Hauser of Pacific, arrested on a patrol charge of driving while intoxicated. He was taken to the Jefferson County Jail for a 12-hour hold. On Saturday at 11:52 p.m. in Texas County, 49-year-old Tina A. Dodd of Rolla, arrested on felony Texas County warrant, aggravated assault. She was taken to the Texas County Jail and was bondable. At 10:05 p.m. on Saturday in Franklin County, 27-year-old Jordan A. Aitkenhead of Sullivan was arrested on an O'Fallon Police Department warrant for no driver's license. She was taken to the Franklin County Jail and was bondable. Saturday at 7:20 p.m. in Franklin County, 32-year-old Megan R. Faulkner of Villa Ridge, arrested on Franklin County failure to register a vehicle. She was taken to the Franklin County Adult Detention Facility and was bondable. Preparations for a project to replace the Boone Creek Bridge on Crawford County Route J will require daily road closures beginning on May 20th. Crews from the Missouri Department of Transportation will take the core samples at the site of the bridge project. requiring the closure of Route J from the North Outer Road to about half a mile north of North Outer Road between 8 a.m. and 3 p.m. Monday through Thursday. Crews plan to have all core sampling completed by May 31st. Message boards will be in place at both ends of Route J, notifying drivers that they will need to use an alternate route. Core drilling allows for a detailed examination of the layers of the roadway. All work is weather permitting and schedules are subject to change. The project to replace the Boone Creek Bridge, currently scheduled to go out for contractor bids in January of 2025, with construction anticipated to be completed that same year. And the MoDOT Central Missouri District wants you to know that Crawford County routes F and H over I-44 will be closing June 3rd for a bridge rehabilitation project. A signed detour will be in place for each bridge. Completion is anticipated in early July. The Route 19 overpass to follow. I-44 will remain open throughout. That is a look at your local news on a Monday. I'm Sam Scott.
Do you have a guy? Like your dad or grandpa had a guy. Something broke around the house you couldn't fix, Gramps would say, call my guy. He probably drove an old blue pickup, big tool chest in the back. Decades of calluses on strong hands. Name on his shirt like Don or Ed or Buddy. He just always seemed to know the best way to fix any problem. That's why Grandpa trusted him. There's not many of those guys around today, and no wonder. Between taxes and technology, insurance and licensing, it's hard to be that guy and be competitive. Well, that's why this company started. We love what we do, and we still want to be that guy. Independent technicians, generations of combined experience, all joined together as one powerful team. Strength in numbers, you know? If you're ever stuck with a broken furnace or air conditioner, now you've got a guy.
We're Level 9 Heating and Cooling.
Level 9 HVAC.com.
In recent funeral notices, Charlie Meadows of Cuba passed away Friday, May 10th in Rolla at the age of 88. Funeral services will be held at 1 o'clock this afternoon at the Mizell Funeral Home in Cuba. Interment will follow in the Kinder Cemetery. Visitation will be from 11 o'clock this morning until the time of services at 1 at the Mizell Funeral Home in Cuba. Memorials would be appreciated to the Missouri Quarterhouse Association. Doris Tushoff of Owensville passed away Wednesday, May 8th at the age of 71. Funeral services will be Tuesday at 10:30 a.m. at the Gottenstrader Chapel in Owensville. Burial will be in the Countryside Memorial Gardens. Visitation will be from 4 until 8 p.m. this evening at the Gottenstrader Chapel. William Eugene Bill Weber of Steelville passed away Monday, May 6th in Fenton at the age of 87. Funeral services will be held Tuesday at 11 a.m. at the Steelville First Assembly of God Church. The service will be live streamed on Hudson Funeral Home in Steelville's Facebook page beginning at 10:55 a.m. Burial will be in the Steelville Cemetery. Visitation will be from 5 until 8 p.m. this evening at the Hudson Funeral Home in Steelville. Memorials may be given to the Steelville First Assembly of God Church in the name of Bill Weber. The complete funeral announcements with all the survivors will air with our 8 o'clock expanded edition of KTUI News this morning.
New Testament Baptist Church in Sullivan is starting a new addiction recovery ministry called Life Issues. It's a biblical approach to the 12 steps, bringing scriptural principles into personal focus and making them come alive for transformational living. Whether you struggle with addictions, food, depression, anxiety, or relationships, you'll be encouraged to see how others have found a new way of life with hope for the future through this program. Life Issues will meet weekly on Thursdays at 6:30 p.m. at New Testament Baptist Church. You're not alone. To find out more, contact New Testament Baptist Church at 573-468-3334.
Hello, this is Cheyenne, the Treasury Management Specialist at Sullivan Bank. Our goal in the Treasury Management Department is to give your business a step up in business banking. We are committed to visiting your place of business to set up your products and provide training to your team. If you aren't sure what services could benefit you, we will walk you through our products and go over which ones make the most sense for your needs. We want you to focus on growing your business with the peace of mind that we will be there when you need us. Call us today to experience a step up in business service.
From the KTUI WeatherBug Weather Center for this morning, a cloudy sky, cloud showers and it's about to thunderstorm today, the high 70. Clouds, widespread showers and isolated thunderstorms tonight and Tuesday, low tonight 58, Tuesday's high 70. Straight thunderstorm Tuesday evening, clearing overnight, the low 54. Wednesday will be a mostly sunny day, high 74. Thursday, mixed clouds and sun with scattered showers and thunderstorms, a high 76. For KTUI, I'm meteorologist Jim Rinaldi.
Thank you, Jim. It's 66 degrees here at the studios of KTUI, 63 out at the Sullivan Regional Airport. And let's see, coming up at 8:30 this morning, going to be talking with Maggie Cimaroli. She's the St. Louis District Dairy Council educator and nutritionist. And then at 9:10 this morning, the chief of the North Crawford County Ambulance District, Jeremy Stetina. That will be my guest. And happy birthday today to Nathan Pinter and Sherry Martin. All right, Bobby D's got sports for you next here on KTUI. Stay tuned.
Looking at sports on this Monday from the Sullivan Bank studios of KTUI Radio, this is Bobby D. The Cardinals broke their 7-game losing streak with a win in the series finale in Milwaukee yesterday. Here's John Rooney and Ricky Horton with the Cardinals recap.
With Ricky Horton, I'm John Rooney, and the Cardinals had a happy flight to Anaheim after yesterday's 4-3 win. They beat the Brewers for the first time this season and ended a 7-game losing streak in the process.
If you're going to take a long flight, you might as well win a ball game, and that's what the Cardinals did yesterday. A team effort on Mother's Day. So many good things happened, but it was Miles Michaelis after a rough and very long first inning who settled in, picked up the victory. He ended up going 6 innings. Helsley got the save, and Paul Goldschmidt got his swing back a little bit, a home run and a base hit and an RBI besides that.
Well, Paul Goldschmidt had a good day, so did Michael Ciani as he extended a hitting streak, and Ciani drove in what proved to be the winning run.